Hello! I'm creating this video today because I myself am going to do a no spend November challenge, and I think it would be really fun if you join me. If you're watching this video, you must be interested in what a no spend challenge is. Maybe you already know what it is and want to learn more about it. If you've never heard of a no spend challenge before, it's just what it sounds like. Besides your bills, utilities, and basic needs, you challenge yourself to spend no extra money. You can do this for one day, you can try it for a week, a whole month. I personally love doing a challenge for a month. I find that 30 days is the perfect amount of time for me to really challenge myself without pushing myself too far. Sustainably Vegan is currently doing a no spend year, which completely blows my mind. Okay, so why on earth would you do a no spend challenge? There's a few reasons why you might want to do one. One is to help you save money for a specific goal. Two, you might be trying to pay off some debt. Three, it helps you create a baseline with your relationship to money. Four, it helps create really good habits or helps you get rid of some more expensive habits. Five, you just might like to challenge yourself. A no spend challenge forces you to be really creative and kind of think outside of the box and really push yourself in ways that you normally wouldn't. There is another reason why I like to do no spend challenges. It's really important for me to acknowledge my privilege when I do this type of challenge. If something happened during this challenge where I needed to stop the challenge or I didn't feel like doing it anymore, I could definitely stop anytime. I have savings. I have a support network that would help me if those savings ever disappeared. Many people don't have the option to save extra money at the end of each month. And at least for me, it's really important for me to acknowledge that I'm lucky that that's not my reality, but also it could become my reality at any moment. Okay, so what are the pieces that you need when designing a no spend month? There is some legwork ahead of time involved if you want to really do it successfully. First, you need to create an overarching goal. You can use one of the goals I just mentioned, or you can come up with your own goal that's specific to you. This past January after the holidays, my partner and I pooled together all of our money that we got from our families for the holidays, bonuses we got from work, any gift cards we had. We decided that that was going to be the only money we were going to spend in January. So it gave us a specific number to work with, and it was really fun. Next, you need to examine your finances. Make a budget around your true essentials: utilities, rent, insurance, groceries. This part takes a little bit of work. If you don't know off the top of your head your finances for each month, go through your bank statements, go through your credit card statements, and figure it out. This is a budget I made for myself on Excel. So the first thing you want to do is decide what your goal is and type it in. My goal for this month is I want to spend only $1,000. So I'm going to type in $1,000 for my income. Then I'm going to type in my very basic bills that I have each month. I also like to have a little bit of a buffer because there's always going to be something that you didn't account for. Now, as you can see, I'm a little bit over budget, so I have to think about what other parts of my budget can I manipulate to achieve my goal. I can't change my rent or my phone bill, but I can try and spend less on groceries. I can try and bike to work more so I spend less on gas. I also always try and round up in my bills to give myself a buffer that way. The next piece is to decide what exceptions you're willing to make during this month, but you need to make them really strict. This is typically something to do with your health or perhaps things you do for self-care. Or an exception would be anything unplanned that is preventing you from keeping your basic needs in order. For me, a gray area is always self-care. I don't need to go to the gym or to acupuncture once a week, as it won't affect my ability to keep a roof over my head and food on my plate, but it does affect my mental and physical health, which is something that's really important to me. So I need to decide, is that something I can make an exception for during my no spend month? This all kind of leads me to the next piece of designing your no spend month. One of the things you need to prepare for is all the sacrifices that you're going to have to make. What sacrifices are you willing to make? The types of things you give up during a no spend month include going out to eat with your friends, going to see that concert that you've been looking forward to, buying a cool gadget that you think you need or just came out, that cup of coffee on your way to work, basically anything that you need as a convenience on the go. You're definitely going to need to meal plan, not only to find the least expensive recipes and ingredients, but you also want to make sure you always have food in your house and on you so you don't have to go grab something quickly while you're out and about. Another aspect of the no spend challenge is creating alternatives to your social life. If you're someone like me who really needs a lot of social connection, you have to do a lot of creative thinking. So for example, when my friends ask me to go out to eat, I say, hey, I'm doing a no spend challenge this month. Would you consider just coming over and making dinner with me instead? Response is 100% of the time, oh yeah, I should be saving money too. That sounds even better. Your friends will support you in this. Also during this month, I like to proactively find free things to do with my friends so that I already have a social thing happening. And that's a good way to not even have a conversation if you feel awkward having it about how you're not spending money. Here is just a quick list of some of the things you can do for free during your no spend month with or without your friends. Another important thing to be aware of, your very generous friends might offer to take you out to eat or pay for your ticket or to buy you something so that you can participate in whatever it is you don't want to spend money on. This is a slippery slope. Try to avoid this if you can. If one of your friends insists on taking you out to eat or buying you something, make sure you make it clear that you want to trade them something. What can you bake for them? What do you have lying around your house that you think they might need? What skills can you offer them? Make it a trade. And they also probably don't expect you to give them anything in return, so it'll make them feel extra good. You just don't want to be in a situation where you're kind of mooching off of your friends and not even really doing the challenge. Another thing to think about during the no spend challenge is you have to be creative. Things might break during this challenge and you have to replace them or fix them or ask somebody for help. There are great websites like nextdoor.com where you can find things for free. Don't be afraid to ask your friends and family for things. See if they have an extra of the thing that you need. It's a great way to connect with the people around you and build more community. And last but not least, find a way to track your financial goal. I personally love mint.com, but there are other ways to track your spending. You can record it manually in a journal or type it in a spreadsheet or a document. You can keep a note on your phone of what you've spent. You can just check your bank account every day. Some people like to do an envelope system where they just keep cash in an envelope and that's what they can spend for that day or that week. Find what works best for you, but make sure you're keeping track so that you know if you're achieving your goal or not. So that's the basics for how to do a no spend month. Keep in mind, it's something that you're doing for yourself, so customize it to your lifestyle. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I will be vlogging all throughout November and uploading videos at the end of each week so you can see how I'm progressing. If you're joining me in my No Spend November challenge, please let me know. I would love to hear how it goes. And again, if you'd like a copy of the template I used to make my budget, subscribe to my newsletter. The link is in the description, and then you can have your own version of that template. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.